Kamala Harris, why is she in my DM? Huh? She stay in my DM. Oh, y'all be thinking I'm playing. I'm not playing. Kamala Harris. She in my DM, bitch.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the 50K celebration, Act 1. Remember, Act 2 is going to be next weekend. Oh, yeah, this is going to be a long celebration. Why not? But why don't we go ahead and hit the intro, and then we'll be right back. Let's get into it. Oh, damn, where's my intro, y'all? What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Joe with AT2. And today's a special day, as you guys already know. We are celebrating 50K. Woo! Yes, and you know what? I'm not just clapping for myself. I'm clapping for all of us because a lot of y'all have been rocking with me for these last 4 years. Hell, a lot of y'all met me on Snapchat because this is also playing on Instagram as well too. On Snapchat, way in the beginning, where I was doing like stupid skits and just talking about my life, work, and everything else. And there's been a lot of people here with me on this journey, and I just want to say thank you, because without y'all, I wouldn't have been able to do it. And so I really want to give the round of applause to all my AT-tubers. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me. And also go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. You know, we got a lot of hot topics to get through today. And then as well, in true fashion, I got to terrorize the YouTube streets. Remember, I told y'all a lot of y'all been talking crap about me and been doing all of this, yapping and shit like that. I told y'all I'm going to give you what you want. And there's a few of y'all I'm going to terrorize today. Trust me. I promise you that. Ooh, somebody gave some money. Hold on. Thank you, Joyful. I appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you. I think you gave... Oh, and happy anniversary, by the way, too. Thank you. I appreciate that. And Joyful, you have been a pleasure, and I appreciate you just being so supportive. And shout out to everybody in Hawaii, by the way. More money coming. Thank you, Simone. I appreciate that. Thank you. Shit, we love the money. We like the kind that fold and the kind that jangle. Shit, am I gonna have to get naked for y'all? Shut up. I know some of y'all like, ugh. I know some of y'all out there talking crap. For those of you watching on Instagram, make sure you guys head over to YouTube. If you guys want me to see your comments, I apologize. I can't see the comments over here on the StreamYard. For whatever reason, it doesn't work over here. But what's up, everybody? What's up? I'm just saying. What's up, Miss ATLian Stan? What's up, Nalita? What's up, Kay? We got a lot of people here. Bama Girl. I already seen the hater in the chat. Jaguar's boyfriend, aka her bitch. I seen him in the chat. Don't worry, you guys. I see it. It is what it is at this point. It's funny how somebody can make threats, but then somebody say, "I'm gonna get you a copyright strike," but they can make threats on your life. How'd that work out? You know, I've never played the games that people play with me. A lot of people want to threaten me and take down my platform and do all this other stuff, but they think they're allowed to say whatever to my face or online. But to my face, they wouldn't have none of this to say. Let's be honest about that. Let's be clear about that. What's up, Teresa? What's up, Jane? What's up, Sherry? What's up, Poetic? What's up, everybody? All right, let's get into the first topic. All right, who we want to start out with first, y'all? I had to write them down because we got a lot to get through. Oh, let's get to this one real quick. T.I., y'all know the rapper T.I.? This is very quick, y'all. Don't even worry about it. So the rapper T.I., he said he's retiring. He's tired of sweating and jumping up and down on stage, and he's done with music or performing after this year. Let me say performing, not rapping, but done performing. The only thing I have to say to that is, who's booking T.I. for a show in 2024? What's up, Jackie? How you doing? What's up, Paradise? What's up, Ray? I just want to know, who's booking T.I. in 2024? Where is he performing at? T.I. ain't gonna be performing at no Super Bowl, nothing important, nothing of significance. He gonna be in some hole in the wall club in Atlanta. Where is T.I. performing? Can somebody answer? Nobody knows? All right. In the middle of nowhere, because he's not going to be performing anywhere. Congratulations on your lawsuit. What was it? Like, they got 78 million or 74 million for the infringement thing. How much they got, y'all? Like 70. Listen, they rich. They don't need to perform. Hell, if I won 78 million or 70 million, I'm retiring. Shit, I ain't performing either. I ain't mad at you, but I'm just saying, who booking him for a show? Nobody. What's the last T.I. song y'all heard, y'all? Name me a T.I. song, and that will let me know what. That will let me know how relevant T.I. is. Name me a T.I. song right now. The one that come up. You can have whatever you like. You can have whatever you like. That's the only one that comes to mind right now. Oh, thank you, Miss BR. I love when people come out the bushes. Shout out to everybody in the bushes. Just make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe. Rubber band, yeah, rubber band man. See, that lets me know, yeah. Knocks you down. Okay, even though that was Carrie Hilson, I'll give you credit for that. Name that too, right? That's what we playing right now. Swagger Like Us, yeah. Okay, I like that song too. I ain't gonna say T.I. ain't got no hits. But as far as current, does he have any current hits? Like, is he in the top 40? I don't think so, unfortunately. All right. I guess this one was kind of long, blurred lines. He was featured. I'll give you that one. Shout out to Houston Foodie. I like that song. Now, T.I. got hits. Just all of them are from about 10 years ago. He got some hits. We can't deny that. I wanted to go ahead and do another quick story for you guys. We are going to talk about Phaedra Parks, and we never, hardly ever talk about the housewives. That was like a time period back in the day where I felt like, I had to talk about everything, but now too much, I don't really care. But Phaedra Parks went ahead and said, I revived Married to Medicine and the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think Phaedra is very funny, very entertaining. Phaedra knows how to get the crowd going, knows how to say the funny one-liners. She got the funny facial expressions. But I'm sorry, Phaedra did not help Married to Medicine. She's not going to help Real Housewives of Atlanta. They just need to cancel that. Phaedra doesn't have a storyline of her own. And this is what I mean by that. She can't carry a show by herself. Her doing a show is basically her adding on to everybody else's storyline and giving her opinion on everyone else. She doesn't have a storyline herself, you guys. She doesn't add anything new. I mean, she was on a show called Married to Medicine, and she had nobody she was married to. She wasn't married to medicine. You guys, she was all Married to Medicine, but she wasn't married to medicine. And that's the whole point of the show. You either have to be in medicine or married to it. She literally was just there. And I'm thinking with her going on the new season of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, she's just going to be there. And as we know, she's going to be there towards the end. Y'all, and Bravo, they just need to cancel all of the Bravo shows. Just cancel them all. Let me ask y'all in the chat, for those of you who are fans of the Real Housewives of Atlanta and Married to Medicine, the Bravo shows, did Phaedra help save Married to Medicine? Did she save it? Or y'all still didn't care? Either way. I just want to know. Cheers, by the way. Did you care? Probably not. No, no. I'm seeing no's. Shaquana, no. Joyful, no. Sherry, no. No. Yeah, ain't nobody cared. No. Callie said, hell no. She did good on Dancing with the Stars. Yeah, I think ensemble kind of like competition show. I finally watched her seasons of Traders. She was really good. She was really good on there. Again, with the Real Housewives of Atlanta, I don't even need to ask y'all. I'm figuring it's going to be a no. No one cares that much. That's going to be another show that gets kicked to the curb soon. Mark my words. It's going to get kicked to the curb. What's up, Mary Phaedra? She's your favorite? Okay, Phaedra and Portia are your favorite. Okay. But, they can be your favorite, but yet I don't think they're good for it. I mean, one example, Portia can't even tell her story because she's in a lawsuit going through a divorce, but they have a whole bunch of legal stuff going on with that divorce with Simon. So how much real life is she going to show? I don't think she's going to show any real life, unfortunately. Shout out to Real Life Productions. I honestly don't hate Real Life Productions. I want to be clear. I don't hate those guys, All right. So we're going to move on to Cynthia Erivo. Do y'all know who that is? That's the chick from the UK, and she played Harriet Tubman. Y'all remember her? Well, she's going to be in the new Wicked. Mind you, are you guys into plays and stuff like that? The only play that I've ever been to was The Bodyguard, and that's because my sister, she worked on that play. But that's the only play. But Wicked, it's a huge play. Don't ask me what it's about. I have no idea what Wicked is about. But Cynthia Erivo was offended by this fan art that someone did. That's the fan art over on the left side. Y'all see that? That's the fan art right there. Okay, Houston Foodie says she loved Wicked. Okay. You love Wicked? Somebody go take me to see Wicked. God damn it. Tiffany says Salt Lake City is the best housewife. I love Miriam Cosby, by the way, Tiffany. All right. So anyway, basically the fan art on the left was supposed to show you, or not show you, but they were trying to make it like the actual poster. The actual poster is over on the left, over on the right side of me, excuse me. So in the real poster, you see her eyes and her lips are actually green. But this fan wanted to make it like the Broadway poster. And Cynthia Erivo said that this was like racist, and it was she didn't say racist, she said very offensive. So I'm going to go ahead and read you guys what she said. And you let me know if she was being overdramatic or do you find the poster offensive. This is the wildest, most offensive thing I have seen, equal to the awful AI of us fighting, equal to people posing the question, is your blank green? Now, I don't know what she means by blank. She must mean her Uchi Walla Walla, Uchi Bang Bang. Maybe that's what she means is green. She said, none of this is funny. None of it is cute. It degrades me. It degrades us. The original poster is an illustration. I am real life human being who chose to look right down the camera barrel. Right down the barrel of the camera to you, the viewer. Because without words, we communicate with our eyes. Our poster is a homage, not an imitation. To edit my face and hide my eyes is to erase me. And that is just deeply hurtful. Now I would see if they made her into a white woman, or they edited her nose, or made her nose slender, or made her lips smaller, or something like that. She is really reaching. And the thing is, the people over in the UK, they don't believe in racism. So I'm surprised she's even calling it offensive. She said, our poster is an homage, not an imitation. To edit my face and hide my eyes is to erase me, and that is just deeply hurtful. Yeah, she's doing way too much. Yeah. She definitely should have Googled. Yeah, this is what happens when you don't Google and you don't know context of things. Because even though I've heard of Wicked before, but I know the poster, over on the right, I know that's the poster. And that's what they were trying to do. They weren't trying to be offensive or anything like that. Like, come on now. She possibly can turn people off from wanting to even watch the movie because they're all like, look, this girl she's ridiculous. This is literally fake outrage. Now, when they talk about fake outrage, this is what they're talking about. The other stuff, yeah, that's debatable. But this right here, this is literally fake outrage. This is what I see. This is fake outrage. Yeah, I don't even have to do a poll right now. Everybody's all like, boo, tomato, tomato, tomato. There was nothing wrong with their fan edit. I like the one over on the left side. I like that one. Beautiful, you like it too? Yeah, I like I like it. I don't see anything wrong with it. Oh, I wanted to look at the barrel of the camera. Ain't nobody got time for all that philosophical shit. Damn it, we ain't here for we ain't here for all that. You know what I mean? All right. So we're gonna go a little serious for a minute. Hopefully not too serious, but it kind of is. So Safari did a YouTube video the other day, basically exposing Erica Mena. Now I didn't talk about this because I believe that both of these people aren't shit. So when both people aren't shit, it's hard for me to choose a side. But something that really stuck with me, you guys, it really, really stuck with me. You know Erica Mena, right? Her oldest son, she didn't take care of him. She sent her son off with her mom or whatnot. And then her baby daddy, who unfortunately passed away, he was a part of the terror squad, took care of him. Like, she never took care of her oldest son. But mind you, she has 2 kids with Safari. And Safari kind of calls this out and says something like, really, ugh. I don't know if he's telling the truth or not, but I'm going to go ahead and play the video for you guys. And then y'all let me know what y'all think. Because I was kind of like, ugh, this ain't looking too good right here. All right, here we go.
Could have just noticed certain things when it came to parenting. You know, when you're with someone for 3 years and they have a child, and you probably saw the child 3 to 4 times because the child was put off to go live with somebody else. And, you know, you kind of look past it when you don't have kids or you're not thinking about that. I never even was like, yo, why doesn't your son live here? And then when you finally get to have a conversation with the son and find out why, it's crazy. You know, imagine speaking to a child who's of age and knows what's going on. He's 16 years old. And he says, if I ever had to live with my mother, I would kill myself. I wouldn't make that up, you know? And it sucks that I gotta really just run this down because of this smear campaign and somebody who gets such a high on just talking about me and picking and choosing what kids you want to, have on the forefront and get whatever extra attention you get off of it. So I kind of just looked past certain things and thought that, maybe I could help and make things better. But when you aren't with somebody and it doesn't work out, and the two of you are just like in a weird space and everything.
Now you can go to Safari's channel and watch the whole thing because it's a lot. It's disturbing. I'm not even gonna lie. The whole thing is very disturbing, and just seeing the videos and stuff like that, too much. I kind of want to keep this more lighthearted. But with that being said, Erica Mena has been honest. She did always tell us like she sent her son off and she had to go make the money, and she has a lot of regrets about that. She does love her son, but she realized that she missed out on a lot of time because she was the one that had to work and provide for him. I do feel like Erica with these two kids with Safari is basically making up for lost time. What they call it, the second time parent or something like that. It's like a syndrome or something like that. The second time parent. So again, I don't want to say that she's a bad mom, but Safari did mention it. Man, I hope Safari is making that up. That he said that he would rather not be here on this earth and unalive himself if he had to live with his mom. I hope Safari is making that up. But I also thought it was very disgusting that Safari would even put that in the video. He would put this in the video knowing how damaging that is. Knowing how hurtful that is, because he probably didn't want us to know that. Now, I think as far as I'm saying, like, hey, I should have probably knew something was wrong because she don't really have her son around and I only seen him a handful of times and I never questioned it. That's fair to say. Definitely he could say that. But I feel like the part about him wanting to say he's going to unalive himself if he has to live with his mom, that was too much. Erica actually went on a rant as well, too, where she basically was all like, Safari followed me and he was trying to be around. He kept on chasing me and all this other stuff, basically putting the blame on him. But yet you gave in, so you have to still put the blame on yourself, homie. You can say he chased you around and all this other stuff, but yet it's still your fault. You got with him. You decided to have children with him. Like, hell, you married him. Like, you married this man. You can't be mad after you don't married and then have kids with him. That's literally on you. And so with that being said, with this back and forth between Erica and Safari, it's hard to feel sad for both of them. Honestly, the only people that I feel bad for are the kids because they got parents like them. I don't feel bad for Safari and I don't feel bad for Erica. But now, remember when Erica and Spice got into it? Remember she got fired from the show when she called Spice a monkey, right? Because Spice was all like, your son doesn't even like you, blah, blah, blah. Remember she said that and Erica got mad and had that vein popping out. I was like, you monkey. Ooh, ooh, ah. She started making monkey sounds. Then she got canceled because, well, I can't say canceled. She got kicked off the show because they were like, yeah, this girl is racist over here saying monkey. It makes a lot of sense why she went that far and went that deep because, yeah, she does have some regret about her son and it hit her. It hit her very low. And so that's why she said the whole monkey thing. Now, necessarily, I don't think Erica is a racist. I think she's more of like, I'm better than you. She more prejudiced than anything else. But what I will say is this. I don't have any kids, but I do have nieces and nephews. And one day, your kids are going to be called monkey. And it's going to hit you a lot different, Erica, when your kids are called monkey versus you calling somebody else a monkey. You'll understand it. And I hate saying it like that. And I hope your kids never experience any kind of racism, bigotry, or anything like that. But it will happen eventually. I hope it doesn't, but it will happen. What are your guys' thoughts? Let me go ahead and I remember that comment. I have a teenage girl. They say anything when they are mad, spicy. Oh, is that the spicy Latina? She was mostly upset with Safari. Told her that. Yeah. if the roles were reversed, he claimed her Wright would be in an uproar, right? Exactly. Yeah. I can go either way with this. I think both parties are horrible people. They're both horrible. What's up, Tasha? Yeah, at this point, I really don't care. Okay, it's a sucky situation. Y'all got to deal with it. Y'all two grown ass people. That's basically how I feel. I ain't even, yeah, I really don't have too much to say. And well, Safari's trying to get the court order for child support thrown out. He's trying to do that. So I guess this is why he released a video to show like, oh, she's been, putting her hands on me, abusing me, all that stuff. I guess that's what he was trying to prove. Maybe it wasn't really a good look for him. I'll say that. It kind of exposed what we already knew. We already knew they had a toxic relationship. I mean, if you watch Love and Hip Hop, you know it. Which I don't watch Love and Hip Hop. Anybody still watch Love and Hip Hop, y'all? Y'all watch that show? I'm like, another reality show I don't watch, The Baddies. I only see clips online. That's about it. But as far as The Baddies, we know Zeus Network is running their channel or they operation like a brothel. So it is what it is. But Akbar V, she's a celebrity cast member on there. And she left frantic and she had a tear in her eye. Let's go ahead and play the video because I heard a few different things. So we're going to go ahead and play the video that she did and we'll be right back.
I'm out. Y'all make sure y'all have a good season. But baby, I got to go. I'm not okay. And what's going on is not okay. So to the baddies that I met, I enjoyed you girls. Y'all live it up. Have a nice day. And y'all be careful.
Now, what I thought, just for me, I thought it had to do with, how Zeus Network get down and how they be having the girls do sexual favors and, they be passing the girls around and making them do things. Diddy ain't the only freak. Wink, wink. You get what I'm saying now? So with that being said, I thought it had something to do with that. Well, I was looking on Instagram and Tasha K actually said that Tommy was there, another Love and Hip Hop reject. Tommy was there and pulled out a pow pow on her. And so that's why she didn't feel safe. And that's why she felt like she had to leave because she felt threatened for her life and stuff like that. We already know Zeus don't care about people's livelihood. They don't give a damn. And for somebody like Akbar, who's trying to take herself serious as an artist, I just felt like that was a dumb maneuver for her to even do the show. If you're going to do the show, don't let them put you in scenarios where you're going to end up hurt. Even if it was a BB gun or not, somebody pulling a weapon out on you, I don't know. It don't seem like they really have good security there. Y'all seen what's her name, you guys? Diamond the Body? She literally got her tooth knocked out. And she went crying. She even went on Tasha K's show talking about I'm not gonna do that kind of reality TV no more, blah blah blah. Guess where she is, y'all? Back on the show. Back on the show. What's up, Danny Lynn? Akbar was already knocked Tommy out years ago. Tommy has on Love and Hip Hop. Right. Yeah, it's that Love and Hip Hop beef that they're carrying on. But she pulled out a weapon this time. So, I mean, again, with the baddies, I just don't know what's reality TV and then what's real. I don't get it. And the show doesn't have a storyline either. At least with Love and Hip Hop, there's a storyline. There's something that you're following. The baddies, all they do is go to clubs and start fighting. That's all they do. They go to clubs and they fight each other. And it's not like one of those shows where they film like 24/7. They literally show up for a scene. And they'll be like, hey, you're going to argue or you're going to fight with this person. They go, oh, okay, you good? All right. then let's do it. That's what they do. It's not set up like an actual like surveillance 24 hours, seeing what the girls are doing and stuff like that. It's not like the original Bad Girls Club. If y'all was looking for that, it's not that. It's literally Natalie Nunn talking about we're getting to the bag, and they go to a club. They drink a lot, start fighting. There's no storyline. And I just feel like if they just gonna do a whole bunch of fighting and stuff like that, just set it up in a boxing ring. Why are y'all going to club to club to club? Just set up a boxing ring. That's my thing. Just set up a boxing ring and have y'all just duke it out the whole show. Because everybody just wants to see the fighting anyway. What are y'all going here and there and creating these fake storylines for? Just fight. That's all we want to see. We just want to see the fights. Well, not me because I'm not subscribed to it, but we just want to see the fight. I mean. And again, with Akbar, what I'm saying is that, and damn, that got to be a fall from grace. Because you think about it, you were on VH1, and instead of elevating, you went down. No matter how much money people say Zeus is making and they making all this money, it's still a downgrade to go on a streaming platform like that. Go into like a Netflix or a Hulu or a Prime, that's considered still on the same level. But going to Zeus, that's seen as because you got to realize the product that they're selling, it's not a good image. Like when you go on the baddies, where can you go? Where can you go from there? You can't really go to too many places. You're literally going to be seen as a risk, and people worried about you fighting or you doing this. There's nowhere you can go. I don't think a lot of them realize that. There's nowhere you can go, literally. You're done. That's it. All right. Do I want to do another smaller topic, or do I want to get y'all? We gonna go big or go home. We're gonna get into a bigger topic right now. Ay. So we're gonna talk about Liam Payne from One Direction. As you guys know, he fell out the balcony of the third floor. Unfortunately, he did not make it. He passed away. But there was a lot of controversy. There was a 911 call that said that there was an aggressive guy in the lobby. Somebody was able to take him to his room, smash the TV, drugs everywhere. They don't know if he was hallucinating or not. It didn't seem like he wanted to unalive himself. But again, when you're hallucinating, you don't know what you're doing. Now, the weird part about it is that his girlfriend was just with him a couple of days ago. And she said, they're supposed to stay for 5 days, but ended up staying for 2 weeks. Now, the thing is, I don't know if he was doing drugs around her, but what happened was that when he was at this hotel, he was able to talk to one of the employees and he got drugs. Now, TMZ is reporting that the drug was called Crystal. Now, the only crystal I know is the meth. That's the crystal that I know. Now, this is not his current girl, or who was his current girlfriend. This is his ex. We're going to talk about Maya Henry in a minute. But he had a whole bunch of... Okay, here's the bathtub. Here's the room. You see Dove soap right there. And you see all the powder. This is the infamous TV everybody's been talking about that was smashed. Yeah. He was really on one, you guys.
A lot of people say that there is an analogy between what Trump is
doing. Oh, I don't know what that's. How did video all of a sudden start? Hold on, I don't want that one right now. Hold on, y'all. Okay, sorry about that. It started playing a YouTube video before I was ready. Yeah, but you see all this in his room. And it's just kind of like, damn, what was he going through? Well, what he was going through was a situation with his ex. His ex-girlfriend, Maya Henry, who I showed you guys a picture of, actually wrote a book. Now, the book was said to be fiction, but it was actually based off of their relationship. There was even a part in the book where it said like the guy convinced the girl to get a smortion. I don't want to say the real word, but you know, when you go to the chop shop, because he didn't want a baby. That was based on their real relationship. And so she had came out a few days before his passing and basically put him on blast about how he's been harassing her and doing all this stuff. There was even another interview that she did on YouTube with The Internet is Dead. I just discovered them today, and they had interviewed her, and then this is what she said. Again, this was before Liam's passing.
Felt like it was a manipulation tactic to keep me, I don't know, it's kind of complicated, but I always felt like it was so that I could continue to feel bad for him. And because he would always message me ever since we broke up, like, oh, I'm not well. He would always play with death and be like, well, I'm gonna die, I'm not doing well. And there was one time I tried to get him help, and then he was like not taking it. He would text my mom, I'm not doing well, have Maya contact me, because I wouldn't respond. And it's just always the same cycle. And every time that, like, for example, when I announced my book, he did the same thing. He called my mom. I think I'm not going to be around much longer. And
oh my God.
And I don't play with death. So I'm like, if you say this, I'm going to try and help you no matter what you've done. And I think he took advantage of my family's kindness. And I was like, if you want to go back to rehab, I'll help you, even though, you know, whatever. And not that I ever wanted to be back with him, but he's still somebody's child. He's somebody's brother. Like, if that were my brother, you know, I would want someone to help him too. And so, but I always just, in the end, I felt like it was a manipulation. And I'm like, especially after everything you've done, I've told you to leave me alone. As of like recent events that have happened, I can't speak on legally, but like, it's just gotten so much worse. But yeah, I always just felt really bad. And I always just felt like because he would always say, sorry, this is such a long answer. I just like,
no, you're good.
But he would always just say, I'm so sorry for everything I've done. I can't live with myself, but then is continuing to like try and traumatize me. And so I always just felt like it was just like a whole manipulation to maybe keep me from not saying anything or keep me on his good side in a way. So,
or keep you at like an arm's length.
Yeah.
The messages telling you that he might die, like that's like such a like low level of manipulation. And so terrifying, because it's like you feel so responsible for this person. Like if something happens, you're gonna feel really guilty about it, even though it's not your fault. Like you are your own person. You don't have to take care of this human who like has traumatized you. So that's like so messed up. I'm sorry you've had the experience.
I remember when he first did that, I was like, I was always like, I know the lifestyle he lives, and there is a day where something bad is going to happen. So I would always be like, okay, he's saying these things, I have to help him, because if I don't, I will never be able to live with myself if something does happen to him. Because, you know, as I said, he's a father, he has a family, like I just want to help. And, I mean, up even until my book was coming out, even one of his friends was calling me and my mom being like, oh, you know, isn't a good time for him. I don't think you should put the book out. You know, he's not doing well. And if something happens to him, not only are you going to blame yourself, but the whole world's going to blame you. And so I was like, just the fact that they just keep trying, I'm like, it is like you said, such a low fucking manipulation tactic. It's disturbing.
Yeah. So I know it has to be very heavy for her now that he unfortunately came to his demise. And a lot of the One Direction, you got to remember, they have that big fan base, just like a Justin Bieber. And so a lot of his fan base are coming at her all like, oh, see what you did? Why you not speaking out now? And you did this to him. And they're blaming her. This is not her fault. Again, this woman went through a lot with this man. A lot of views, a lot of manipulation. She went through a lot with this man. And again, he would use, I'm going to harm myself or unalive myself and I can't deal with this, to manipulate her and try to, you know, win her back. And it's unfortunate because she probably had to separate herself from him, like completely, like cut him off. And like she said, this was a man that would communicate and talk to her family. So yeah, she could cut him off, but he's calling the family and telling them like, oh, I can't deal with this, I can't do this. And her talking about how somebody had called her and was all like, oh, don't do the book, this is not the right time. And it was a lot of manipulation going on just from all parties, all around. This woman has every right to tell her story. It's sad that people basically wanted her to shut up and not say anything. This was not her fault. She did not know this was going to happen to this man. The book was released in May. So I know a lot of people are like, well, it's because she really... No. The book was released in May. And he was with someone new already. And she was tired of being harassed and being bullied. She also mentioned with this group, the One Direction group, with their fan base, it seems like they prey on their fans because they know they'll be loyal to them and they'll be able to get away with stuff. And then they can also basically be harassed by their fan base, whoever, attacks them or has anything negative to say. And so she talks about that too, as well in the interview. And then also about her personal life as well. So it was a good interview. I don't want to play the whole thing again. Shout out to the Internet is Dead podcast. Check it out on YouTube for the whole thing. But just knowing, don't look at TikTok. They are going in on her. What's up, Miss Barbara? So I have a question for you guys. Does she bear any responsibility? Do some of y'all feel like she bears any responsibility? Yes or no? Let's do a 30-second countdown and we'll be right back.
Is that song that they've been singing, freedom, freedom, maybe move, freedom, make your body move? Beyonce, was that already a song and she just adapted it to Kamala Harris? Well, I love it.
Yo, real quick, shout out to Make It Make Sense. I didn't even see this. My apologies. Make It Make Sense. Congratulations, 50K is amazing. You are one of the... Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. You are on the road to 100K. Content creation is not easy, and you are definitely solidified in the sector. Oh, that means a lot. Thank you. Yo, shout out to Make It Make Sense. It's so crazy because, like, a lot of people are like, how does Make It Make Sense know you? I don't get it. I don't understand it. Before Make It Make Sense was a content creator, he was just a subscriber. I don't know if he always wanted to do the YouTube thing, but it just kind of fell on his lap. And, he did the studying. He looked around. And basically, he's like a mixture of everyone who he has watched, and that's how he does his channel. You can tell, like, I see my little influence in there, the way he does his show and stuff like that. Now, I'm not... No, shut up, because y'all are trying to start some drama. I'm not taking credit for his success because he is killing it. But what I'm saying is that, just like me, I can see little influences of other channels that I've, watched and was inspired by. So it goes around in a circle. So that's what I'm saying. But back to the situation. Y'all said no. Yeah. Well, if anything, tell the people on TikTok, like, leave this woman alone. She had every right to tell her story. Again, this man came out in 2021 and had talked about his addiction. When somebody has an addiction, you can't blame it on somebody else. They're going to have it either way. And the addiction was before her. So should we blame his girlfriend, his original girlfriend, who was on the X Factor when he was 16, and then they started dating when he was 18 and then had a baby at 19? Like, should we blame Cheryl Cole? I think that's what her name is. Oh, shut up. But yeah, Cheryl Cole. So should we blame Cheryl Cole? Because she was dating him, and he was 16, and then all of a sudden when he turned 18, that's when she started dating him. I mean, we could say, hell, that has something to do with it. Mind you, they have a baby. And also, I want to say prayers to his son, because, again, he has to deal with the reality that he doesn't have a dad. I think we don't talk about enough how sometimes when people are going through things, and when it comes to addiction, you feel this guilt, like, damn, I didn't do enough. Like, I should have did more. I should have did more to help this person. You can do all you do, but you do not have to lose yourself. You do not have to lose yourself in it. Just know that you can be proud of what you did and how you try to help. And then you got to let God do his thing. You got to let that person get the help they need. You give them the resources, but don't make that your life mission to save someone, because you're going to end up losing yourself. Be careful, you guys. Be careful out there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and switch it up to something fun real quick, because I know that was kind of heavy, but I just wanted to give you guys that. I didn't really talk about the Liam Payne situation, but yeah, it was a lot. All right, let's talk about Alexis Skyy. I didn't get her picture up here, but this is what she said. She had an interview on a radio show, and she was like, I'm voting for Trump. And she said the reason why she was voting for Trump is because he had the money flowing around and all this other stuff. And oh, Lord. And of course, they talk about the stimulus checks and all that. But anyway, I wanted to play what Trump said about the Department of Education. Now, they always say Project 2025 is not his agenda. His agenda is Agenda 47, which Agenda 47 and Project 2025 both talk about getting rid of the Department of Education, by the way. But this is what he said on Fox and Friends.
Do with school choice also. Okay. But also, separate from school choice, we're going to take the Department of Education, close it. I'm going to close it. We'll have one person, could be you if you decide to retire.
Okay, Mr. President, here's what bothers me. Here's what bothers me about that. So let's say you have a liberal city, let's Los Angeles, San Diego, and they just decide we're going to get rid of that history. We got new history. This is America built off the backs of slaves on stolen land. And that curriculum comes in.
Then we don't send them money. We would say do with school choice also. Okay. But also, separate from school choice, we're going to take the Department of Education, close it. I'm going to close it. We'll have one person, could be you if you decide to retire.
Okay, Mr. President, here's what bothers me. Here's what bothers me about that. So let's say you have a liberal city, let's Los Angeles, San Diego, and they just decide we're going to get rid of that history. We got new history. This is America built off the backs of slaves on stolen land. And that curriculum comes in.
Then we don't send them money. We would say do with school choice also. Okay. But also, separate from school choice, we're going to take the Department of Education, close it. I'm going to close it. We'll have one person, could be you if you decide to retire.
Okay, Mr. President, here's what bothers me about that. So let's say you have a liberal city, let's Los Angeles, San Diego, and they just decide we're going to get rid of that history. We got new history. This is America built off the backs of slaves on stolen land. And that curriculum comes in.
Then we don't send them money. We would say.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to play that over and over again. So yeah, so if they talk about slavery, specifically, the country was built on the back of slaves. I'm sorry, but it was. I don't know where that's not factual. What the hell he's talking about? Again, this is the person that Alexis Skyy was voting for and talking about so great. I don't know if you guys know this, and here's Alexis Skyy, for those of you who don't know who she is. One of the most least funded things when it comes to the Department of Education is special needs. That's one of the most least funded things. One of the things that gets the least funded when it comes to education is special needs. As you guys may or may not know, her daughter is special needs. Literally, this man wants to get rid of a program or a department that will help your daughter once she starts school. I don't know if the little girl has started school or not, but that would literally affect you. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because you got a lot of people that just say things, but they don't really pay attention to politics, but they just say like the catchy sayings like, oh, he gave us all this money and stuff like that, but they really don't do their research. If she did her research, she wouldn't have to put out this statement right here. She said, the interview I did regarding voting was done prior to Trump's statement on the Department of Education. Initially, I wanted to vote for Trump for my own personal reasons. After familiarizing myself with both candidates, I will no longer be voting for him. And then she said November 4th. That's what it says at the bottom. Here's my thing. I think she put out the statement because she's more or less, oh, everybody's giving me backlash, so let me go ahead and change my vote. Or let me say I'm not voting for him anymore. But I think honestly she's still probably going to vote for Trump, but I think she didn't like being called out. And so to appease everybody, she kind of wanted to switch it up. And my thing is like, if you wanted to vote for that man, stand on it. But also, when people challenge you and they tell you like, hey, do you know about this or know about that? You might want to do your research, because when you're somebody like a Miss Barbara, shout out to Miss Barbara, but she knows who she is, that just ramble shit and don't know what they're talking about, this is what happens. Like, you got to know your politician and you got to know what they stand for, because when you don't, you come out, make asinine comments like this, and then you end up looking stupid. And I always knew Alexis Skyy didn't have a brain. That was evident. She didn't have a brain. So none of it shocked me. My thing is just stand on business and do what you were going to say. That's my thing. Anybody got any objections to that? No? All right. We can move on. Shout out to Blac Chyna and her dude. He recently proposed to her. There was a video I don't want to play because it got music, but Tokyo Tony was seen crying. I'm happy for Blac Chyna. That's one of the girls who did the whole religion thing. You know, I reformed myself and stuff like that, who has really stuck on it. But the thing I like about her transformation is that she's not trying to push anything on anyone. Thank you, Princess. She's not trying to push anything on anyone. She's not trying to be all like, oh, you guys need to all be Christian, or you guys need to do this or that. She's doing it the right way. She's going through her own spiritual journey. Now, she might bring us in a little bit on that journey, but she's not trying to shove it down anybody's throat or make you feel bad for your decisions or things that you do. Because you have a lot of these people who say, oh, now they're getting closer to God and stuff like that, but they don't mean it. This is when you get into situations like Alexis Skyy. She said, you know, at the time who she was dating, and then her friends around her was trying to get her into the being more religious and covering up and not doing parties and events and stuff like that. But she felt like that wasn't really her. She wanted to be out here hoeing. That's what she wanted. She wants to sell sex. She wants to wear the skimpy outfit, the tight outfit. She didn't care anything about God. Let me take that back. I don't want to say she doesn't care anything about God, but that whole image being reformed and stuff like that, that wasn't her. That was not her. With Blac Chyna, I admit, I was skeptical. I didn't think Blac Chyna was really, quote unquote, changing. I didn't think she was changing, but I do see a change in Blac Chyna, and I like it for the most part. Let me ask you guys, do you guys like the change in Blac Chyna? Yes or no? Do you guys like it? I honestly like it. I like the change in Blac Chyna. I think it works out perfectly. Yeah, I like it. I honestly feel like it's real now. At first, I admit, at first I didn't think it was real. I thought it was something, you know, they try to shove shit in our throat and tell us like, oh yeah, this is the new me. And you know it's a lie. I really like this version of Chyna. And I mean, it must be working because now she's getting married, right? She wasn't married to Tyga. Yeah, she wasn't married to Tyga. She didn't marry anybody else. I do think she was engaged to Rob Kardashian. She was. But that was just for money. She didn't really love him. Allegedly, she didn't love him. Allegedly. I think she would say she loved him, but that might have been for a check. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move into another story. Ooh, here we go. Kanye West. So Kanye West's former employee, Jason Lee, had a whole conversation about the lawsuit that he's going through with his former assistant that he was paying $1 million. And Jason Lee gave an interesting perspective. So we're going to go ahead and listen to that right now. And you know, I gotta give Jason Lee his credit. He's kind of been on point about a few things that he's been talking about. I don't always agree with him, but in this case, I kind of do. I kind of do agree with him, and it's interesting to get his perspective on these certain things. So we're gonna go ahead and take a listen right now. Again, fair use, fair use. Jason Lee, don't strike me, fair use.
The last week, he's been hit with back-to-back lawsuits and allegations of his own. In one suit, a former director of intelligence for Ye, filing as John Doe, claimed he was tasked by Ye with investigating the Kardashians and supposed various criminal links Ye believed they had with criminal enterprises, including alleged sex trafficking. Now, John Doe also claimed he was responsible for hiring private detectives to follow Ye's wife, Bianca, during her trip to visit relatives in Australia. He also said that in May, he shared a report of child abuse at Ye's Donda Academy with the company's leaders. And Ye allegedly got very angry and screamed, "You're fucking dead to me," and then played a recording featuring threatening voices. Now, the lawsuit cites unpaid wages, retaliation, and emotional distress, stating that the man's mental health suffered as a result. Now, he claimed the alleged incident worsened his PTSD from military service and that it led to more panic attacks and anxiety. Let me stop there first and say, as somebody who worked with Ye, I got all my money up front. Do you remember this time period?
Oh, yes, very much so.
That was smart to get your money up front. And Jason says that he was paid 7 figures. Now, again, I don't remember what Jason Lee's job was. It was probably the moon, but you know, he got his money up front. That's a smart businessman right there because, again, for whatever reason, like the Diddy, like everybody else, it seemed like they don't like to pay people. And that makes sense why they're rich, because they don't be paying people. Trump is another person that don't pay people. A lot of these millionaires, billionaires, all this stuff, they don't like to pay people. I will never understand that. I will never get that, why they don't want to pay people. And especially, damn, pay people their worth, you know? Pay them what they're worth. Simple as that. All right, let's go ahead and continue.
Got paid my 7-figure, 12-month salary in one payment because I didn't want to go through all this. And a lot of y'all who are working with Ye, and I'm not making excuses, a lot of y'all worked with him because you were under the spell of working with Kanye West. I'm under the spell of wires, cash apps, PayPals, Venmos, and on some instances, a cash drop. But I got my 7 figures. Hold on, where's that? I can't find it. I got my 7-figure payment in one meeting because I said to him, I don't want to go through the headaches that everybody claims to go through with you. I want to be paid up front. And he did that. He paid me a 7-figure payment up front. So I will say that in my instance, the Kanye West that y'all talking about paid me everything I was due up front and let me leave when I was ready to leave 5 months early because he chose to go off the deep end that I didn't sign up for that. Rob, you were.
Now, remember, this is where the controversy comes into play because Kanye said that he had to let Jason go because he was buying up too much Louis and stuff like that. Basically, he was showing out and he done paid Jason. Now that we know it's 7 figures, all this money, he's showing up in Louis and all these name brands and stuff like that. Oh, you got to get up out of here because you just spending on money. You just trying to show off. You ain't doing no work. But again, I'll let that go.
There's a witness. But I also know he doesn't pay people. And that's because there are a lot of you that hang along hoping to get paid. Well, hope don't pay the rent. Hope don't pay the car note. Hope don't pay for the kids. And all of us that were there knew all the things that we're hearing about with the school and the kids. And we all know that all that is real. The other thing is real that Rob will attest to is the mental state. Because it was stressful. It was probably the most stressful thing I've ever done in my entire life. And I've done a lot. I've worked in institution with young criminals. I've worked in building unions and hospitals that didn't want them. I worked with Spanish speaking families advocating for child education reform and didn't speak any Spanish. I worked in education. I've worked in I've done it all. This was the hardest job I ever had.
I can imagine working with Kanye probably will give you headaches. Probably will make you want to jump out a window. Everything that Kanye does, it just seems off the wall and just crazy. Like, would y'all work with Kanye? Let me know in the chat right now. Put a yes if you would work with Kanye. Put a hell to the nah if you wouldn't work with Kanye. Maybe the old Ye, yeah. The old Kanye, I would work with that one. This Kanye right here, nah, I'll take a pass. Okay, Cooley Ray said yeah. Okay, we got one yes. Okay, Nicole said yeah. Okay. I guess it's just me. All right. Pay up front. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. He give me my 7 figures up front. I'll work with him. He give me my 7 figures up front. I'll work with him. And please make sure you guys hit that like button, by the way. Thank you. Pay me my money up front. We can do it. We can talk business. Yeah. Okay. I think that's fair. Kanye seemed like he don't pay people. I mean, Jason just confirmed that he don't be paying people, but yeah.
But I took it on as a test, right? I mean, think about it. One day, he's fighting with Pete Davidson. The next day he's doing a music video and he walks outside with his head in his hand. I mean, this is the thing, right? Like 4 a.m. calls of screaming and just crazy. So yes, I do understand the PTSD and the anxiety, and it was real. Yes, it was real. Having to text him and spread every line because you have to put a space between each line. It was a lot. But we also all signed up for it. Like, we knew what we were getting into. And then when we got in it, we didn't leave because some of us wanted to save him and then found out we had to save ourselves. Well, days later, Ye was hit with another list of allegations from Lauren, his former assistant. I work directly with Lauren. I love Lauren.
So he's about to talk about the Lauren girl. But I want to say something. Why does Kanye always seem to get off the hook? Why does Ye seem to get off the hook? He was hanging out with Diddy. He was at the Diddy parties. But it seemed like we don't correlate Kanye with anything weird or freaky. But this is the same man that has his wife go out half naked. Sometimes she doesn't even wear shoes outside. Like, no one thinks Kanye does anything weird. I still have questions about that school. Remember, they said that school is not accredited. So all those people going to that school, how do they go to the next grade? Or will they be able to go to college? Like, I think last year was the last year that school was supposed to be around. We need to look at that goddamn school. Princess, you in Chicago. I need you to go on the grounds. I'll give you $20 for gas. But I need you to go to that school and we can do some live reporting on that school because something's up with that school. I think the school, now I know there's an actual school, but I feel like it's a shell business or something else. They take a test. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that school, something's fishy or skeptical about that school. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 2, you don't think anything of it. It's something about that school, y'all. I'm gonna put a 1 in the chat. Okay, there we go, Jay. Okay, Alpha. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's something about that school. I'm like, Dr. Omar. Oh, Umar Johnson. That's what y'all trying to say. Okay. Oh, Kanye kids don't even go to the school. Ooh. Now, I know the kids live in Hidden Hills and stuff like that, but it's interesting. You wouldn't put your own kids in that school. How you gonna have a school where you wouldn't even put your own? Y'all right about it. Y'all right. All right, let's continue. Fair use,
Lauren
Jason.
is everything. Did you ever deal with Lauren?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. We text back and forth over a few things. But...
Very professional,
Mhm.
very responsive, and the girl was managing a lot. I love Lauren. Here's a photo of Lauren. Now I know y'all gonna say she breasts, why she dressed like that. Why you can be pretty and smart, you can be pretty and an assistant, you can be whatever you want to be. And yes, she has an OnlyFans page. I don't know what's on over there because I don't go to OnlyFans, despite what y'all saying in Stockton. But Lauren is more than that photo. She's everything. I love Lauren. She knows that. Well, in June, we spoke about Lauren, who sued Ye for sexual harassment, creating a hostile work environment, unjustly firing her, and breaking a contractual agreement. Now, Lauren, who previously worked as an OnlyFans model, raking in an annual income of $1 million, says she began working for Ye in July 2021, and a year later, he allegedly requested that she maintain a godlike image and delete her OnlyFans account. Now, what Lauren told me was that in exchange for doing that, he was going to give her the money she would have lost, which makes sense. If you want an individual, that's like me. If I meet somebody from another country like Brazil or New York or wherever they may be, and whatever lifestyle they're in, if I want them to leave all of that to come and be with me, I need to make sure that lifestyle is, cool. Well,
Jason like him foreign. That's why he said all that. But again, remember when Kanye? That's another thing that's skeptical to me as well too. Remember he was doing the whole gospel thing, and then he did the Sunday service and all that. What happened to that? Because now he wants to get into adult entertainment. Y'all heard about that, right? He wants to get into adult entertainment now. Kanye is all over the place. And by the way, I don't think adult entertainment sells the way it used to, because now we all look at OF. Even OF is a scam, because y'all know, like, once you pay your $10.99 for an OF or $9.99 or whatever, then they want to sell you like a private video for like $30, $50. Y'all, that's a scam in itself. Just go to old. Never mind. Put the kids to bed right now. Put the kids to bed real quick.
She's saying that he alleged to pay her that $1 million and increase her salary to $1 million. Those of you that are saying that sounds crazy, I just told you I got 7 figures for what I was doing. But what I was doing was a lot. Well, this wasn't just an assistant. This was a person who one day, when Kanye said that he was a ghost and no longer available to anybody, including me, we all had to call Lauren. So if Rob was, if you were Lauren and you were Kanye, I would have to call and say, please ask Kanye if he's going to go to this meeting. She would then call Kanye and Kanye would say, what meeting? She would then call me back and say, what meeting? I would then say the meeting with Gap. You would then go
telephone.
But she had to do that for everybody, including.
Now that's ridiculous to me. She literally had to communicate back and forth with him, like, as far as like, hey, Jason asked you this, Kanye. What is your response? Oh, well, I don't know. Get back to him. And then playing a game of telephone? Oh, nah. Hell no. I don't care how much money you paying me. That just sounds ridiculous.
Including family court, lawyers, accountants, designers, creative. I mean, like, and even when he moved to Japan, she had to be up at the hours that he was up to communicate with people who were here. One of those instances was Cardi B's video with Lil Durk. Cardi called me from the label. She needed to get with Kanye. I had to call Kanye through Lauren. So it's Cardi calling me. It's the label calling Cardi, Cardi calling me calling Lauren, Lauren calling Kanye, calling. That happened. And we were able to get Kanye, who moved to Japan, to be in the video, but Lauren had a facilitator. Like, this was her life. Okay. Well, shortly after that, Ye allegedly sent her text like this. Take a look. Now, in her lawsuit, she's saying that this
He's going to read it. Don't worry.
My problem is I be wanting to fuck, but then after I fuck, I want a girl to tell me how hard they've been fucked while I'm fucking them. Then I want her to cheat on me and go get fucked with a bigger dick than mine and come back and tell me the story. Then I want her to suck my dick with her best friend, or option B, suck my dick with a bad bitch. I'm feeling already that I fucked, then made her tell me how hard she been fucked while I was fucking her, then went and fucked somebody with a bit. Oh, that's the same. Well, anyway,
Let me pause it real quick. What do I say? I don't know what to say to that, y'all. It almost sounds believable. I never realized how common it was that other guys get off about their women with other men, and that's weird to me. For me, it's weird, but I guess these rich people, they like that kind of kinky shit. Let's continue.
It's almost sounding Diddy-ish in how they're describing it, right?
Right.
Well, she also alleged that Ye engaged in inappropriate behavior during phone calls, like masturbating and asking her to guess or listen to what he was doing. She also alleged that he was fixated on the penis side. I'm done. Johnny, can I go home? I thought running for office was going to take me out of this. Between Ye and Diddy, there's so many penises being talked about that I'm praying, listen to me. Do your thing, TikTok. I want to get away from this. This is not what the culture was when I got in this work. Like I every day is Rico's threatening that, like, really. And there are other topics I want to talk about.
It does seem like it's been really toxic as far as like Hollywood and stuff like that, but I don't feel like it's different. I feel that more people are being held accountable for the stuff they did. And if you had more people coming up front and being those whistleblowers or being brave enough to talk about what goes on in the industry, we wouldn't have a lot of this chaos going on right now. That's what I more or less see.
But this is what y'all want to talk about, penises. Well, she said that he was fixated on penis sizes of her romantic partners.
Yes, that's what the word is called. Thank you, Clorinda.
I'm just thinking about a conversation I had with. Beat that out. Do your thing, TikTok. Well, Lauren even alleged that Ye sent her videos of him having sex
I don't
with a
know who
model
he
and
said.
asked her if his penis was racist. Take a look. I have a serious question. Be honest with me. Is my dick racist? It is. This fucking racist dick of mine. I'm going to beat this fucking racist dick for being fucking racist. I'm going to stare at pictures of white women with black asses and beat the shit out of my racist dick. This racist needs to be beaten till it can't be racist no more. This ain't right, bro. After 400 years, we still at this point, the richest black man ever beating the shit out of his big black.
I want to say that text message was doctored or fake, but I believe it. I can picture Kanye saying that. Okay, he read the first text message, then he read the second one. Let me ask y'all, and y'all be completely honest. Put a 1 in the chat if you can almost imagine Kanye typing that. Put a 2, you think it's ridiculous and a lie. Let me know in the chat right now. Put a 1, you can imagine it. Put a 2, you think it's ridiculous and a lie. I see a lot of 1s. Listen, y'all, once I become, famous and stuff like that, you don't have to worry about seeing nothing extreme or no skeletons in my clay. Y'all don't have to worry about nothing. That's what I'm going to let y'all know. At least you know with AT2, you good. You're not going to see nothing crazy and wild like that. No. People. But again, it's the culture. Like, you feel like you can get away with anything. That's how I honestly feel about this Kanye. Well, a lot of the situations. Like, I'm rich. I can get away with it. This is how I talk to you. If you don't like it, oh well. Nothing's ever going to happen to me.
When you hear things like this, does it make you lose the love that you had for your favorite rapper or your favorite star?
1.
Like if we heard Taylor Swift talking about her vagina as a slave, and she wants to beat her slave pussy into it, like, would we not like our stars? Do we not like our stars as much as we used to when we hear stuff like this?
Yeah, I mean, when they say stupid shit, I think it brings them down to a level that we're like, damn, I really didn't want to think of you that way. Like when John Mayer did the same thing.
I don't think so. I still love Kanye. Last week I wore my Yeezus shirt. It's the same reason how, like, I don't agree with Chick-fil-A being anti-gay, but I love Chick-fil-A down. So you can, like, separate.
Slow down. You're doing a little
Church
too
and
much
state.
now. Slow down. Slow down. I eat Chick-fil-A too, but I get it, right? I don't text my assistant about my penis. Me and Andrew,
I think there's certain conversations that you shouldn't have with your employees, and definitely that's one of them. I feel that when you're working with somebody, again, a couple of things, right? It's different when you're working with your coworkers. Usually a lot of us have relationships with our coworkers, right? But when you're the boss, that's a whole different other level. You're the CEO, you're the main guy. I used to work for a company. It was like a luxury furniture brand. It was called Restoration Hardware. And screw them. I don't care. Sue me. This is actually factual. The Gary Friedman, the CEO at the time I was working there, he was messing with a 28-year-old, got caught up, and then they ended up letting him go. But they ended up bringing him back into the company later on. But yeah, when you have that power dynamic, that's weird. Like, just go out and find you somebody. You can literally pay somebody. Like, you don't have to mess with like your employee or your subordinate. Like, it's just weird to me.
I don't understand how much money, power, influence.
Yeah, it is an HR
in it. Like, there's just something in it that makes me believe there has to be boundaries, right? Rob is not only the vice president of Hollywood Unlocked and on the podcast, he is also HR. And I hate when Rob comes to me and says, there's a new law out. There's a new law out, but we follow the law. Why? Because we ain't do all this work to build all this.
Probably none of them.
Oh, you got the impact awards, but you're over there having impact by texting your assistant your dick. Me and my assistant do not engage in conversation outside of the work. Really, ever. I mean, we maybe a little social here and there about this new love that he has, that, whatever. Because he's an assistant that didn't have love that now has love, and he's taking vacation time. But even today, he's happy that he's off of vacation, like, because we love the work that we do. We're not going to compromise it by talking about racist dicks. Well, Lauren said that Ye soon promoted her to chief of staff of his multiple companies, offering her a salary of $4 million. So that's a lot. $4 million.
Nice.
Well, I'll say allegedly.
Listen, knowing that he was supposed to be paying her $4 million, oh yeah, he definitely expected more than just an assistant. Trust me.
But then was terminated in October 2022 and offered a severance package of $3 million, which she agreed to, but that Ye failed to pay. Well, Ye's lawyers called Lauren's claims baseless, accusing her of blackmail and extortion. And 4 months later, Lauren is now alleging that Ye has sexual obsessions and fantasizes about sleeping with the mothers of his targets, including his second wife and her mom. Now, on September 28, 2022, Lauren alleged that Ye boasted about a sexual conversation between him and Bianca, where he said he wanted to have sex with her mom, who was visiting Los Angeles from Australia. Now, let me be very clear. Lauren's lawsuit claims that Bianca wasn't Ye's wife yet, but rather his on-call sex party participant employee on the Yeezy LLC work visa from Australia. Now, Lauren says that Ye allegedly texts Bianca, I want to fuck your mom, before she leaves. And Ye...
For some reason, I believe this. I know we have to say allegedly. But for some reason, I believe this. Like, him having a fantasy about sleeping with somebody mama, and that's his what? Let me know. Do y'all believe it, chat, or y'all think this is just all made up?
They allegedly sent Lauren a screenshot of the text and said, just took the toxicities up a level. He then allegedly asked Lauren if he should text Bianca and add, I want you to watch me fuck your mom.
Allegedly.
This is a lot of fucking going on. This is too much. Well, yeah, allegedly text Lauren Bianca's reaction that allegedly read, my mom's married and I'm going to fuck someone this weekend and tell you the next time you're inside me. Lauren also accused Ye of drugging and raping her at a party in Diddy's studio.
This is the Diddy connection.
Allegedly.
She claimed that Ye handed her a drink and she started to feel disoriented and slipped into a highly impaired state. Now, she said that she felt less in control of her body and speech, and that that is where her memories of the night escape her. Now, Lauren believed that she escaped without being assaulted, but said that Ye allegedly admitted that they hooked up.
Okay, Smooth, let's talk later.
And when she told him that she wanted to talk to his ex-wife, Kim Kardashian, who allegedly believed they were having an affair in November 2022, Lauren alleged Ye confessed and told her not to ever contact the mother of his children. Now, in the lawsuit, Lauren alleges that the same claims against Ye as others have done with Diddy, and in that he alleged offered sexual. This is so much I can't. So much, y'all. I'm getting a headache because there's so many alleges in here. I'm just going
allegedly.
Okay, while he does the allegedly button, I wanted to shout out to Cooley. I did remember hearing something about this, but I thought it just said that she traveled to Tokyo to be with them. But it says Bianca Censori's mom, Alexandria, is refusing to engage in rumors about her son-in-law, Kanye West, even if one piece of gossip involves her. The Yeezy architect's mom offered up a court response after a lawsuit against Ye mentioned an allegation that the rapper expressed a desire to F Alexandria. Alexandra slammed the accusation, telling the Daily Mail she wouldn't be drawn into the latest claims, refusing to give the gossip any more life. Alexandra's response comes days after Ye personal assistant Lauren Pashkashka. So it seemed like she didn't want to give it life. But I needed to hear a no. I wanted to hear a no. I mean, she don't look like a woman who would be down for that or be okay with that. She seemed like she would have probably checked Kanye. I don't know. It's all just weird. The whole relationship is weird.
Allegedly.
Right.
Allegedly.
Like princess.
Because nobody wants to get sued at this point, okay? Now, he allegedly offered his sexual partners, employees, and others trafficked women as gifts to his friends and colleagues. Oh, I know whose name getting ready to be thrown in there. I just thought of something. And this person is this close to Ye and fucked Lauren over, and they had this weird relationship. Ye hasn't responded to Lauren's new claims, but beyond.
So I have no idea who he's talking about, but he's saying somebody close and all this other stuff. I have no clue, but I wonder who it is.
Bianca Censori's mother, Alexandra, told the Daily Mail that she wouldn't be drawn into the latest claims and wanted privacy. Days later, Lauren spoke out about hateful comments that she's been receiving from a lot of Yeezy's fans. Now, look, this is what she said.
Okay, so typically I ignore stuff like this. But the hate I've been receiving lately has been overwhelming. And I understand that not everyone believes me or, not everyone likes me, and that's okay.
I thought she would have
everyone is entitled to their opinion. However, I can't. I want to know like what's going through some of your heads when you type things like "go kill yourself" or "I hope your car crashes and sets on fire and you can't get your seatbelt off and you die a slow, painful death." Like what's going through your mind when you're typing those things to me? I've never had a desire to write anything like that to anyone.
I don't know that it's fair to troll her online. I mean, this is between her and him. I think because he's a public figure, it's now out there. But this all came by way of her being deposed by Kanye's attorneys, who started disrespecting her in the deposition and making all these accusations to humiliate her. So she's like, "You want to go there? Let's go there." So now she's telling her truth. So is this something that Kanye? I mean, you asked for it.
Kind of, and it just feels like it's like all of these people who have endless money have become sexual deviants. I just don't get it. It's so crazy.
I feel like all of them just pay everybody off, but if he's not paying, then what she got to lose?
Meanwhile, here I am with all this money, just trying to find one person I can have sex with all the time. You know, like, oh God, you know, because as a city councilman, I ain't about to be dating a bunch of people and sleeping around. Can you imagine? I had sex with the city councilman. Can you imagine me getting elected and then rolling around in the bed with somebody and they filming it and then it hits the news? Oh my God. Here's the deal. I really wouldn't care because I don't care about anything that anybody has to say about me, because the things that I do, I put out there. The things that they've made up about me, it's annoying, but it's like you guys are bored. While part of me would be like sitting back cackling at the scandal, I ain't finna give it to you, because I already said once I win the city council, it ain't finna be none of that. I ain't even doing it now. I'm not sexually active. I ain't drinking. You know, there's no.
I kind of wonder how he plans on doing the whole city council and then still doing the Hollywood Unlocked. I mean, I know the business can run on its own. Basically, he has other people there, but just from a personal standpoint, you're trying to help your city, but yet you're in the gossip. I just don't think the two correlate with each other. Well, there's a lot of demonic shit that happen in politics and with Hollywood. So yeah, the two are the same. But I mean, as far as him trying to be a politician now,
body that's going to pull me in any drama. What I will say is I do find it interesting because I'm not even as famous or popping for y'all to be doing it. Like people that I've made out with posting videos of them making out. Don't nobody care about who lips this bit. They don't care. I'm not famous enough for nobody to care about where these lips have been. But I will say, you are not. Okay, let me stop joking because I want to be serious for this. Hold on. Okay. In today's age, you're not famous unless you've raped, molested, or done something sick. Like that's when you know you're getting famous, because those things start getting put out there. We are in a crisis of the culture right now, where the things that should be entertaining us, inspiring us, making us fall in love. Like I want to be in love with Beyonce again. I want to be in love with Jay-Z's music. I want to think about suit and tie and not Justin Timberlake's DUI and whether or not this person beat this person or had sex with this person or this person raped their kids. And like, folks, I ran for office because I had to get to the purpose-driven work because I fell out of love with the bullshit. We have to talk about it because it's out there, but we can some of y'all do some things that inspire us again so we can get to that? Like, shout out to Teddy Swims, whose music is phenomenal. Shout out to the Clark sisters who are on tour with Yolanda Adams and Kirk Franklin and all the different gospel legends. Shout out to who else who's doing something good? Yara Shahidi, who's out inspiring the world, or Idris Elba and his wife Sabrina, who are doing the Mile in My Shoes initiative with Christian Louboutin. Shout out to Cardi B, who is finally single and out here living her best life, and did. But there's just so much toxicity in the world. Have you seen it? Do you feel it?
It's dark. It's dark.
You know, I think we talked about this earlier. It's like we want something positive to talk about.
Okay, so I think that was basically the end right there. But yeah, I was listening to that the other day and I was like, interesting because, you know, he was one of the people that were there, you know, worked with Kanye. And so, you know, I feel like Jason knows a lot more than what he's saying, not necessarily about Lauren and this whole lawsuit going on with the assistant, but I think he knows more than what he's leading on about how Kanye is. Maybe he has an NDA and he feels like he can't speak, but I feel like he knows more. I just get something about it. Something about it. He gonna shout out Armand. No, I don't think they're friends. Jekyll, I don't know if you're trying to be funny, but yeah, I don't think they're friends. But make sure you guys hit the like button. Thank you guys. All right. So while we kind of on the conversation of freaks, I wanted to mention something real quick about Diddy. I kind of said, well, not kind of, I did say, I don't believe a lot of these new victims coming out. And the reason why I don't believe these new victims coming out, I feel like they're literally taking the information that's on other lawsuits and that they're hearing out in the streets and then putting them in the lawsuit and then hoping that they can win some money. I don't feel like some of these people have legit cases. I feel like they're trying to hop on a trend. And I hate to feel or seem that I'm victim blaming, but I honestly don't think a lot of these people have legit cases. The Tony Busby, remember, I kind of said that guy kind of gave me an ick because he did a whole hotline number and said he had 12,000 people call and all this other stuff. Weird. Another person, Tyrone Blackburn, it just seems that he's adding just a whole bunch of stuff into a lawsuit, hoping that somebody will do a quick settlement. And he's been known to do this. More recently, with one of Diddy's recent lawsuit, it talks about the baby oil. They said the baby oil had GHB in it. Now, that has been the rumor going around for a long time. A lot of people had said the baby oil has GHB, and that's why he had the 1,000 bottles or whatever. Cut, paste, and copy. Yes, that's what it feels like. Now, I want to clarify something. Radar said it was confirmed that the baby oil had GHB, but that's not true. And when you look at Radar actual title, it says infamous Diddy lube stash was laced, in quotations, with date R drug, court documents, in quotations, confirm. Confirm is in quotations. Again, a lot of people didn't realize this. Confirm is in quotations. The indictment did not confirm GHB was in the bottles. It confirmed that GHB, ketamine, and something else was a drug he would use. The baby oil and lubricant was a whole separate line. If they found it in the bottles, I'm pretty sure they would have just said, we found it in the bottles. I don't feel like they would have to hide that for any reason. And so this new lawsuit is mentioning, oh yeah, he had GHB. He doused me with baby oil. I just don't believe it. I don't. And I feel like we want to put everything on Diddy, but we're not looking at other people. Again, we want to put everything on Diddy, but we're not looking at other people. Because there is someone that I want you guys to take a look at. Oh, I guess I don't have the picture. So there's a guy by the name of Scooter Braun, right? Scooter Braun was the manager of Ariana Grande, Demi Lovato, but more importantly, he was the manager of Justin Bieber. We always say, oh, Usher is wrong for the way he treated Justin Bieber. He had him out here doing this and that. Usher got Justin Bieber signed. He was his mentor and would help him out. But you got to remember, Usher had his own career. So would Usher be there day and night, checking on him and stuff like that? No. The person that would be checking him out and checking on Justin would be Scooter Braun. And we never talk about that. We just talk about Diddy, but we don't talk about, well, Scooter Braun was there, so what was he doing? Is he like a savior? Are we saying that, oh, he tried to help Justin? Or, where's the accountability? That's what I want to hear. But let's go ahead and play a commercial and we'll be right back.
I think what you're trying to ask is, why am I so insistent upon giving out to them that blackness, that black power, that black pushing them to identify with black culture? I think that's what you're asking. I have no choice over it. In the first place, to me, we are the most beautiful creatures in the whole world, black people. I mean that in every sense, outside and inside. And to me, we have a culture that is surpassed by no other civilization, but we don't know anything about it. So again, I think I've said this before in the same interview. I think at some time before, my job is to somehow make them curious enough or persuade them by hook or crook to get more aware of themselves.
I always love that clip. It's just something about it. Like when she was just speaking, I was like, yeah. It just makes you proud. I love that clip. All right, but here they go. That's Scooter Braun, and Justin Timberlake. Oh, what's it? Justin Timberlake, y'all. Justin Bieber. Excuse me, I apologize. I got my Justins mixed up. But Braun was the one who discovered Justin Bieber. He discovered him when he was 12 years old. He's seen his videos on YouTube. So yes, Justin Bieber comes from YouTube. Remember back in the day, they would have people that came from YouTube. So again, he found him on YouTube, was trying to get him signed, get him a record deal. He knew Scooter Braun knew Usher because he was a club promoter. He lived in Atlanta. And so he had Justin sing for Usher. Usher wasn't really feeling him. So then he came back Usher came back and was like, hey, who's that guy or who's that kid that you had? And he was like, oh, it was Justin Bieber. So then they got him signed with Def Jam Island, and then the rest is history. Again, am I accusing Scooter Braun of doing anything? No. But why are we not looking at him? Who's the manager? A manager has a more day in, day out. Your record label, on top of that, has more day in, day out than somebody who's just your mentor. That's basically just a title. Like saying, oh, I'm somebody's mentor. Yeah, y'all might have a few conversations and stuff like that. You can call me when you need me, that kind of stuff. But that doesn't mean they're in there day in, day out. I don't believe that Usher is the guy that we need to look at. Hell, I'm going to go so far to say I don't think Diddy is the guy that we need to look at. The demise of Justin Bieber has something to do with his management. Don't forget, Scooter Braun actually just retired from doing managing. And Justin Bieber just got out of his contract too when he retired. Because don't forget, Justin Bieber was supposed to be in that contract with Scooter Braun until 2027. 2027. Yeah. Justin sold his music catalog for like 200 million. Why did he have to sell his music catalog? He's a little young to sell his music catalog. You know, people like Shakira has sold theirs. Katy Perry sold hers. But Justin Bieber is young. Why would he already sell his? Now, granted, you know, music is a little different now, but what's going on in his life to where he would have to sell it? Justin Bieber was literally one of the biggest artists at the time when he was in his peak. I'm more concerned about Justin Bieber probably was getting a lot of money taken away from him. Who would be getting a cut from his money? The record label, possibly Usher, but also, you know that you have to pay a manager, right? And we're looking at Scooter Braun right here on the right. You got to pay that manager. There's also rumors that Scooter Braun was very involved when Justin was dating Selena Gomez. Remember that? He was dating Selena Gomez. They said Scooter Braun was very involved in that. Scooter Braun tried to blame Lil Twist, too, for this situation that happened at Justin's house, where a girl had claimed like he had abused her or something like that. He blamed Lil Twist for it, and Lil Twist was all like, hey, that had nothing to do with me. That whole situation was a lie. Scooter is his handler. Melissa, that's where I'm going. That's where I'm going. And so, you know, we black over here. Well, most of us over here. And I feel like we have to have these conversations because I feel like because Diddy is a monster. I am not denying that. I know Diddy is a bad guy. But I almost feel like the Diddy situation kind of gives the white people leeway to say what they want to say, like the Kathy Griffins, the Perez Hilton, the Piers Morgans, and all of them people. It seems like it's giving them leeway to disrespect us and to disrespect the culture. And there was a part where on Piers Morgan recently where Mark Lamont Hill was all like, how come we don't talk about the Harvey Weinsteins like this? Like, there's so many of the white people out there that done horrible things, and it don't seem like they getting the same heat, the same smoke. Why don't they get the same smoke like a Diddy or a Kanye or you know, like I'm just not understanding that. That's why I really wanted to bring up the Scooter Braun situation because I'm all like, I don't remember this much heat on those people. And granted, with Diddy, we can say, okay, that's a monster, he's this and that. But I feel like we're throwing everybody else's name, like Usher and this person and that person. And I'm all like, wait, I'm starting to see a pattern. Why is all the black people to blame? And we're not blaming none of the whites. I hate to put it like that, but that's how I feel. Are we just going to say that it just didn't feel right to me? It just didn't feel white to me. Oh, I said it just didn't feel white to me, but that too. But it didn't feel right to me. RIGHT. Why are we blaming Diddy, Usher, this person, that person, but we're not blaming Scooter Braun, who had the closest relationship with Justin? They were friends as well too. We don't look at that and say, this is suspicious, or what was going on with that relationship? I'm going to do a deeper dive into it because I feel like there's a lot of questions that have gone unanswered. And yeah. And also, too, I will say this. I feel like his parents failed him as far as Justin Bieber. I feel like his parents failed him, and I feel like his parents, are a part of the problem as well, too. Next topic, we're going to go ahead and move on from that. Let's go ahead and talk about... Oh, man, I can't find it. Found it. Yes, the Fox Soul. The Soul of Fox. Mind you, I had to check the other day. I was like, Fox Soul is still a thing? They ain't canceled that or shut that down yet? Nah, it's still around, y'all. Okay, so interesting thing. Now, I didn't have the one with Funky Dineva. I should have brought that one up. This really has nothing to do with Armand. But we are talking about the unemployed section. So, as you guys know, Al Reynolds has been doing the Fox thing for DC, Fox 10 or whatever, he's still employed with Fox. All right. Recently, Funky Dineva is back on Dish Nation. I'm all like, oh. And we know Dish Nation is a part of the Fox affiliation. And so we know Armand's not working for Fox, but I'm very surprised that Claudia does not have a job at Fox. I'm kind of like, damn, Claudia, what happened? Like, Claudia, why don't you have a job at Fox? I was very, very, very surprised. I'm not going to lie. I'm very surprised she does not have some kind of gig or she's not on Dish Nation. I'm like, damn, what really happened? And so you kind of think like, damn, was Claudia the problem or what's going on? Or she didn't kiss enough ass? And granted, I do want to say this. Claudia is working. She always seems to find some way to make herself, in the known, or she's going to this event, that event. She's always working. You can't deny that. I actually like her little Instagram show. I don't know when she does it, but I always will catch the replay of it. But her Instagram show that she does with Mimi and the other guy, I think that suits her more to have a platform where she can just talk freely. I like that for her. Hopefully something comes of it and she can turn it into a show. But yeah, I just found it very interesting. I was like, damn, Claudia. Armand, that one doesn't shock me too much because he was rather new, so I can see. But with Claudia, she's the one who suggested all the shows on the network, and she was really a part of Fox. And so I'm just all like, damn, Claudia, what you do? Out of all of them, Claudia should have at least still had a job with Fox in some capacity compared to the other two. She was the brain behind a lot of the different shows and gave. One thing it teaches you is that no matter how smart or how talented you are, sometimes you're just not going to get the job that you think you deserve, She was in that Tubi movie I watched recently. Yeah, she doing her thing on Tubi. She was just in Bear Creek, filming a movie and stuff like that. So, I mean, she doing her thing, but I'm just all like, why isn't she still with Fox? And I really thought after everything that had went down, she would come out and tell her story and stuff like that. I guess now she's probably moving on, She probably has moved on. I do feel like a lot of people are missing that void. They're missing that Fox soul. They want some kind of panel show like that. And I know I always told you guys I'm going to give you guys a panel show, blah, blah, blah. And I still haven't done it, but we'll get that done. Don't forget Act 2 of the 50K celebration. Yeah, don't forget. We got more coming, Act 2. So we're going to get into a few things about that. But I'm very surprised that Claudia does not work with Fox or have any kind of capacity with it. Maybe she's suing, or maybe, I don't know. But all in all, I'm happy that Claudia is still working. She seems to be happy with her Instagram show. Hopefully that sprouts off and she gets a TV show for her. We wish her all the best luck. I do want to say that. And slapping cheeks with Sean. Yo, y'all hate Sean. Y'all hate that man. Y'all cannot stand him at all. I love it though. And shout out to Sean. He's been nothing but nice to me. So, and trust me, y'all ain't gotta like him. I promise. Y'all can drag him all you want to. He's not my friend. That's just somebody who an Instagram buddy. Ooh. Before we move on to Orlando Brown and Jaguar, right? Don't forget in April of next year, 2025. Don't forget we are doing a meetup. It is going to be the weekend of April 11th, you guys. We are doing a meetup. Oh, what's up, Love Jones? We are doing a meetup. Please do not forget. What's up, Maggie? please mark down your calendars. Mark it with pencil. Don't mark it with pen, just in case something happens. But go ahead and mark it with pencil. We are going to do a meetup in Vegas. The last meetup I went to, honestly, let me just say shout out to Wiley. He did a meetup. I ended up going. I went for Couture Bay. I did not go for no funky ass Wiley. I went for Couture Bay and the other people. And I had a good time. I can't deny it. I had a good time. Now that I see how the meetups are kind of done, I can better plan for it. So definitely AT2 will be doing his own. It's going to be a good time. So definitely I'll hit you guys up with more details and I'll try to get stuff going so we can plan. So we can all plan it. Not just one person. We can all plan it. Okay. So real quick, let's go on to these people because we got to terrorize. Well, shit, I think we're starting right now. We're about to terrorize the YouTube streets because Jaguar is definitely a YouTuber. All right. Number one. Orlando Brown. I respect Orlando Brown. I don't know if you guys seen this clip of this interview right here, but I'm glazed. I'm sorry, I was reading Maggie's comment. Oh, let me put it up. I don't know if you guys seen this interview. Not this one, but there was another one that he did. I forgot what the name of the channel is. But Orlando Brown said, basically based on what you pay him, he acts accordingly. I was all like, oh, this guy is not crazy. He didn't lose his mind, y'all. He's very intelligent. He's very smart. He knows he gets on camera, do these interviews saying the most outlandish, ridiculous shit ever, and y'all eat it up. Y'all eat it up. Like, for example, I couldn't watch that interview with him and Jaguar Wright. I could not watch it. When he said, you're Whitney Houston and Whitney Houston is my mama, you wrote The Matrix and shit like that, and Jags eat it up all like, oh yeah, see, you be giving breadcrumbs like I do, blah, blah. I was so like, I'm not watching two dumbasses go back and forth on camera. I'm not watching that. It's too much of a headache, right? So, so with that being said, I was all like, Orlando is smart. He knows he's playing this up. And Jag, she's eating this up because she thinks like, oh yeah, he don't want to tell the real secrets of Hollywood. He giving it to you guys like this and that. No, he's really just playing this shit up because he know you motherfuckers love it. He knows you motherfuckers love it. So he's going to play dumb. Now, Jag thinks he's playing a skit or something like that. No, he's literally playing dumb. Oh, and thank you, Bieber girl. Shout out to you. Thank you. She said, congratulations on 50K. Check your cash up. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. Let me check that right now. Because we love money. We got to give a shout out to everybody who be giving the money. Hey, Dirty. Baby, I got your money. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Bieber girl. And shout out to everybody else who PayPal, Venmo. Thank you. You know I'll thank you later once I see it. All right. So anyway, Jag is eating it up because she thinks like, oh, he's talking in code, he's talking this, talking that. No, he's literally just playing y'all in y'all face. If you're going to offer me a couple of $1,000 to regurgitate some bullshit and just come up with crazy conspiracies, I'm going to do that for you. Why not? Because who's going to sue Orlando Brown? Who's going to sue him? No one. It's kind of like Jaguar Wright. Who's going to sue her? No one. They're just rambling, just saying things on the internet. Who cares? Now, I do believe Orlando does have a real story. I think he has a real legit story. Is he going to tell us that story? No. He knows y'all just love the nonsense. If it was a point to where people would be like, hey, I'm not paying you for no interview. If you just going out there talking nonsense and you're just saying random shit, I'm not going to pay you. He would straighten up. I promise you. I don't think he's as mental as people give him credit for. I believe he would straighten up if people cut him off and was like, yeah, we're not paying you unless you give us some real shit. I do have something nice to say about Jag. I think it's dope that she's going on all these different shows, and you know, she was on the Corey Holcomb, this show, that show. I think it's dope. Finally, she working. Finally, she getting money in her pocket. Hopefully, she getting money in her pocket. Finally, she doing something. Because I mean, for a while, it just seemed like she was on YouTube, just you know, hollering, screaming, talking about absolutely nothing. Good for her that she's working. But I'm not watching no 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 hour interview or conversation with Jaguar Wright. If it ain't 10 minutes, I'm not watching it. I didn't watch the Corey Holcomb. I didn't watch this. I didn't watch that. I just don't care too much. I mean, once you kind of heard Jag speak, it's the same shit over and over again. She can't say nothing new that will like shock me. I'm sorry. Is there any new? Is there anything new that she can say that would shock you guys? No. Nothing. There's nothing she can say that would shock us. At this point, it's just regurgitated shit she's been saying, and now it might be being reached to a larger audience. That's the only difference. Other than that, I can care less. I'm going to just be honest. Now, I want to move on to her boyfriend or whatever he's supposed to be. I don't know. The love of my life and all this is bullshit she be talking about. I find it very interesting that he has such a big issue or a big problem with me when Star was over there checking his girlfriend and he barely had anything to say. I find that quite funny. Oh, that's supposed to be her fiance? Is that what he is? Do they actually have a ring, or is it just something they say? You know how these people are. They just like to say fiance. Yo, that was going to be my face too. Like, what? I missed my chance. No, thank you. So, as you guys seen earlier with her fiance, as you guys know, he had he did the refund, so I got my money back for the Patreon that I signed up for. He left this on his community wall. He said, AT2, the reason why I blocked you from Jaguar's Patreon is because you are a clout chasing degenerate with no code. He said, I knew you do exactly what you did in that video. Why are you still lying on Jaguar Wright? You are looking very sus, and you will get your money back from Patreon, but you can actually meet me and I'll give you your 5. You know where I am. Actually, I don't know where you are because you guys don't even have a home. You guys travel all over the place. I have no idea where you are. And I don't know what you mean by you're going to give me my 5. I don't know if that meant you was going to give me a 5-finger sandwich. I don't know what it is, but I highly doubt if you see me in person, you would do any of that. If you see me in person, you and Jag will come up to me like fans, try to give me a hug, try to shake my hand and all that. But y'all dirty. I wouldn't want you motherfuckers touching me. It's so funny how you want to go around threatening people and saying this and that, but isn't that what you guys do? Go around threatening people and talk shit? I do the same thing y'all do. What's the difference? I don't understand. I don't really care about even understanding. But it's so funny how you come in my chat, just earlier talking about, yeah, this picture is copyrighted and this is your warning. Warn these motherfucking nuts in your mouth. Warn my ass to kiss, because that's what I'm going to hand over to you. Don't ever talk about you going to warn me about this and that. Get your punk ass out of here. You guys are only relevant for a moment. I hope you know. And you're not even the relevant one. The person who's actually relevant is Jaguar Wright for once in her life. But as far as you're not relevant for shit. We didn't know who you were until you started dating Jaguar Wright. Did anybody know who O'Smelly was before Jaguar Wright? That's my ear waiting to hear, y'all. I need to clean up my ear probably because I can't hear anything. Hello? Hello? No. Yeah, we didn't know who you were. Me mentioning your name, me making you relevant is helping you out. Because let's be honest, Star didn't know who you were. He just thought you was some random nigga on the phone. He didn't know who you were. And let's be honest about something. There's going to be someone else in the next couple of months. It's ticking. It will be someone else in the next couple of months. Jag will find somebody else to be with. Let's just put that out there, old Smelly. And, you know, the TikTok that I made about the bald-headed people, that wasn't even about Jag. So I have no idea why you came over on my page and decided to write some stupid shit. Hold on. What he write, y'all? When I was talking about the bald-headed ladies? He said, I can get you a sponsorship for your teeth straightening. Your mouth should have sign with next tooth 1 mile. Now, I should definitely make sure that his mom, if I could go back in time into a time machine, I would definitely make sure that his mom swallowed him instead of letting his dad nut in her. I would definitely have did that. But I can't go back in time, so there's nothing I can do. And for somebody who spent the rest of their not spent the rest of their life, but since the age of 18, have looked old, grumpy, and frumpy, I don't think you should be talking about anybody's looks. And I don't want to put up your picture because it might be copyrighted. I also don't want to put up your picture because you ugly as fuck. And I wouldn't want to put up your picture because nobody knows who you are at the end of the day. Now, it's so funny because, again, this guy is supposed to be a businessman and he's supposed to be so above everything and all this other shit. You would think that he would be trying to book Jag a few shows. And I'm not talking about going on YouTube or anything like that. Not on YouTube. I mean, like, actually get her booked performing, singing. She was on some award. Was it the Sheen Magazine award show? We hadn't heard anything since then. Where is she performing at? Is he the one without a neck? Yes, that's the one without a neck. Where is Jag performing? Where can I see her next show? Why don't she have a calendar of her next shows? Weren't they supposed to be putting out an EP, y'all? They're like, oh, the EP coming. Oh, yeah, my EP coming. I ain't heard one song from that EP. Hello? What's your favorite song on the album? Oh, there's no album? Oh, okay. I'm not even trying to be a hater. I'm just being honest. Get your shit together. If anything, I'm giving you free promotion, oh Smelly. And don't ever threaten me. All right, the next person I want to terrorize. Oh, we moving into the terrorization part. Oh, yes. Joanna Man and Sweet Jerry Curl. Now, for those of you who might not know who Joanna Crackman is and Sweet Jerry Curl are, but these are two content creators fighting over hair care. One hoe is bald-headed, and the other hoe got a Jerry curl. Now, she tried to claim that her hair is just moisturized, but your hair is not moisturized. Your hair is wet from the Jerry curl juice. Now, Miss Sweet Jerry Curl, now why are you over here trying to convince people that you got this hair growth product or whatever? By the way, I'm happy that you finally got a legit business. But these two, Joanna Man, who got a crusty, musty, mildew wig on over here on the right, is now competing with Sweet Jerry Curl over hair care. Joanna Man was all like, you need to talk to a chemist because your products, you need to make sure they're legit. And Sweet Jerry Curl got mad. I was like, I don't need to talk to a chemist. My products are natural, blah, blah, blah. But literally, Sweet Jerry Curl got a Jerry Curl. And then Joanna Man literally has no hair. See, Joanna Man was hitting that crack pipe and burnt off all her edges. Her edges weren't burnt because of a perm or bad weaves and stuff like that. No, her edges are gone because she burnt them when she was smoking that crack pipe, allegedly. So now, in spite, Joanna Crack Man wants to is trying to compete. And now, instead of her channel being about Denat and how much she missed out on fucking him, she now wants to do a channel about hair care. How are you going to do a channel about hair care when you are bald, ma'am? Now, teach us how to install them crunchy ass wigs. That would have been better for you, Joanna Man, to teach us how to do that. But instead, you want to teach us how to grow our hair when you bald-headed like me. This is how your head looks. It looks just like my head, bald as hell. And you're going to teach us how to do hair care. Lady, what you need to do is go ahead and be moving those cones and directing traffic, be all like, hey, lane closed, and putting them cones and telling people to merge. That's what you should continue to do. But you doing hair care? Ain't nobody say, what? What? Hair care? Get the bald-headed ass up out of here. And Sweet Jerry Curl, don't nobody want to buy no hair care products. Ain't nobody brought the Jerry Curl since 85. Nigga, get your ass up out of here rocking the Jerry Curl in 2024. Don't nobody want to rock a Jerry Curl in 2024. What the fuck is wrong with you, ho? Get out of here with that. Sweet Jerry Curl, get your ass up out of here. At least you finally got a legit job, I guess. Instead of stealing people's social security numbers when you owe $400,000 in restitution, you fucking criminal. Don't you ever disrespect me. You thought I wasn't coming back for your ass, Sweet Jerry Curl? Oh, I was coming. But congratulations on your quote-unquote legit business, I guess. I don't want to. Shout out to all the bald-headed people like me. Anyway, the last person on the docket is Mr. No Finance nor Crypto. This weirdo, Mr. Crypto Finance, whatever he wants to be, it has no job, is getting a disability check, and he's talking about, oh, I want to get your dad's voice or your mom's voice so I can play an AI video of them calling you all kind of names and stuff like that. I can't wait to hear their voice so I can clone it. This weirdo wants to clone my parents' voice so then he can play it on his channel and have my parents saying weird things about me. He did a whole video where he had, cloned my voice or whatever, used AI, and had me saying stuff about my own self. Let me tell you, that video that he did was his best video ever. Because nobody wants to hear his fucking boring ass, dry ass humor. Nobody wants to hear his dry ass voice. Nobody gives a damn about him, literally. And he thinks those little doo-doo mamas over there, the doo-doo mama, doo-doo daddy sector that hate me, and they're so proud of him because oh yeah, get him, get him, get him. Those were the same people cheering Melanie when she said your daughter was a monkey. But somehow you're mad at me, even though I said it was wrong. I said it was inappropriate. But you're mad at me. But yet you're being propped up by the same people who laughed at you and agreed that your child looked like a monkey. I would never talk about your child like that, but I know you're a piss poor father, especially if you're talking about all these different YouTubers and shit like that, instead of taking time out to take care of your fucking kids. But let's be honest about something. You want to clone my dad and my mom, but yet you can't clone any parents that want to fucking deal with you. Because let's be honest. We know that you were adopted. Your parents, had you in a basket somewhere in Nigeria. They had you in a basket. You went to some orphanage over in Nigeria. A nice family, a nice white family adopted you over. Well, you thought they were nice. Adopted you and then brought you to America. They realized how dry and fucking boring you were. And they realized that they didn't fucking want you. You know why they didn't want you? Because you're dry and you're fucking ashy. So they decided to take you over with that same basket and drop you off in the foster system. This is why you really fucked up, because you have nobody that loves you. You have nobody that cares about you. And so you come online to escape your dry, dusty ass reality. And so you try to fuck with people. No one literally likes you. No one does. You have no personality. Your personality is, I don't even know what your personality is. It's just dry and fucking boring. That's basically what it is. I don't even have no punchline for it. It literally is dry. For dry eyes, that's what it's like, y'all. And thank you so much, Hot Topics. I appreciate that blessing. She said something is wrong with you. A lot is wrong with me. But Mr. Crypto No Finance, don't you ever say you want to do some crazy shit and clone my parents' voice and all that. Like, what's wrong with you, you fucking weirdo? Have you lost your mind? I hope whatever void you have because your parents, your adoptive parents didn't want you, and threw your dusty, dirty, ashy ass back in the foster system, I hope you heal from that. Because you really need to. You really need to heal from that. But I don't think you want to heal. I think you like being the grimy, dusty, ashy son of a bitch you were born to be. Oh, thank you, Payne. We love money. Thank you. You are on one tonight. Oh, yeah, I am. I am. Because when you literally try to attack me, and thank you, Paige, by the way, when you literally try to attack me when I have not been focused on you, I haven't said anything, you keep trying to tie me to the Melanie Jones and say, oh, yeah, Melanie, you made Melanie Jones do this and that. No, she doesn't like you, just like everybody else doesn't fucking like you. Nobody else like you. So you're mad at me and Melanie because we don't like you? And now you want to say somehow I'm behind the scenes making her do X, Y. No. I literally don't go around trying to set up people on YouTube. That's not something I do. Anybody that knows me, when I turn off this camera, I'm done with YouTube. Unless you pay me. But I'm done with YouTube. I don't want to discuss it, talk about it. I don't care. I'll be living my real life, y'all. And whether or not, when I turn on this camera, I lay my fat ass down or not, that's my business. But I'm not on here all day. Thank you, Ray. I appreciate that. She said, get him. I'm not on here all day. And especially if I had kids, I wouldn't be here all day trying to stalk people and talk about I'm a 5'8" parent so I can clone them. What's wrong with you? And he talks about, oh yeah, I get very dark. I'm so dark. I'm so dark. I get very dark like this. You need to check yourself in, sir. Because yeah, you definitely dark. And you got issues. You need a straitjacket. You need one. And these people who you think are your friends on the internet, they're not your friends. Again, they only like you because you're coming after me. Other than that, they could care less. Were they watching? Who put that in the chat that he had 23 views on his last video? The video where he has 23 views, did they watch it? Did they support you? I highly doubt they did. Ooh, Blessed making it right. Thank you. In a good way, it's called yeah, that Cali spirit. Right. He ain't ready for that. 23 views. Ain't nobody watched that shit. Because they don't care. The only time you're relevant is if you're talking about AT2. Other than that, no one cares. Again, those were the same people applauded that your child was called a monkey. Who actually stood up for you and said it was wrong? AT2. Other than that, I honestly don't know what more you want from me. But didn't I tell you? And I said it in the beginning. Remember, I said, I'm going to give y'all what y'all want. It's just not going to be on your timing. I'm going to give y'all what y'all want, and it's going to be on my own timing. Now, I want to know, because I'm about to drop this link. If one of y'all are in the bushes or somewhere, come up here. Come up here. I just want to know. Y'all got something to say? Because I'm blocked on everybody else's channel. Mind you, I don't watch them. So it doesn't matter. But again, you always have these people that got so much to say about AT2. And then when I want to confront them or approach them, they go, all that. No, you got so much smoke for me. Go ahead and stand on business and say what you got to say. That's how I feel. Don't be punking out when I get on panel. I don't even come in yelling at first. I'll wait. I'll wait to match the energy. If you want to yell, we can yell. If you don't want to yell, then, okay, we can have a conversation. And it's always the people that got so much to say and then ain't got no mouth when you approach them. You probably like that in real life. Mr. No crypto, no stock and bonds, no nothing. The only reason why people liked you was because you gave money. Other than that, nobody liked you. And now that you only got your one little disability check, you can't spend like that no more. You can't give no money like that. So ain't nobody gonna be caring about you. Oh, Mr. Crypto. Ain't that sad? No, I don't care. I do not care at all. Oh yeah, it's definitely for clout. Oh, y'all didn't know who Miss Sweet Jerry Curl was? That's Sweet Diaper Booty. That's who it is. And the Joanna man is I don't even want to say her name. Yolanda the Great, who's not great at all. Oh, thank you, Kiki. I appreciate that. She said, F the haters, boo. Your real ones love you and adore you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. I appreciate that. Because I'm gonna end it. Don't worry, you guys. I'm gonna end it on a positive note. I want to say this. The other day, I got a call from Perry and Sherelle, and they called me just to congratulate me and talk about how great I'm doing and how, I'm really out here killing it. And it was just good to hear from your peers and hear them uplift you, because a lot of people don't want to do that. People on this app love you, but they don't want you to do better than them. They really don't. They don't. That's the honest to God's truth. They love you until you do better than them. As long as you're under them, they love it. But as soon as you surpass them or you do something that they can't do or not do, they don't like you. And so it was nice to get that phone call just to reconfirm, like, I'm doing something right. I do have people out here who watching me, who's checking out and seeing what I'm doing. Just like earlier, you guys see Mims in here. Like, Mims always shows love. There's not a time I can ever say, oh, Mims a hater and he was doing. No, I can never say that. He shows nothing but love. Hell, I know we talked about her earlier, but I love Melanie Jones. Melanie Jones is always giving me my flowers, She always gives me my flowers. She never says like, oh, AT2 ain't nothing, or oh, this and that. No, she always gives me my flowers. Every time. I'm always going to be cool with her. It's good to always surround yourself with people who want to see you do great things. Don't surround yourself with people who are full of BS. Stay away from those people. They only want to tear you down, just like in real life. In the YouTubes, they want to tear you down as well too. Who wants to see anybody do better than them? A lot of them don't. A lot of them have that thought process. It should be me, or it needs to be me. That's how they think. They think, oh, it needs to be me, or it can only be me. It can only be one. If you can only watch one YouTuber, then it would only be one YouTuber on YouTube. It's not like that. You can watch everybody. Why can't you enjoy everybody's content? Can y'all hit the like button, by the way? Why can't you enjoy everybody's content? You should be able to watch whoever you want to watch. That's how it should be. Watch whoever you want to watch. I don't even get mad when you guys watch the haters. I don't care. I'll be like, okay, y'all watching the haters? Okay, cool. Thank you, King. I appreciate that. Shout out to you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Even watch the people I don't rock with or anything like that. Y'all can watch them, get their perspective, and then create your own. I used to care about that, like, let me clarify. Because if I see Ray over there with my haters, we going that. But if it's somebody who I really don't know that well, I'll be like, all right, who cares? But Ray, she better have my back. But other than that, like, there's certain people I'll be like, all right, okay. Like, they be like, AT2, I seen blah, blah, blah over in somebody's chat. I'll be like, I don't care about them. I'll be like, I don't give a damn. The only YouTuber is me. Oh, man, shout out to Princess. Yeah, but I'm all like, there's a certain people I expect loyalty from. Was Denitria here? Shout out to Denitria. I don't know if she was here or not, but I know she's been busy this weekend. Shout out to Denitria, everybody. But yeah. You know what? I didn't go down the list and thank my mods. That was something that I meant to do in the beginning, but I am going to thank them right now. Even the people who have came and gone, I just want to say I love every single one of y'all. First, I got to start out with the top dog, Mina. Shout out to Mina. I have not talked to Mina. I've tried to call, I've messaged. I don't know what's going on with Mina. I know that she's still alive. I do know that. But I hope she's doing well. I hope you are proud of me. I want to say, Mina, thank you so much, because in the beginning, without you, I don't know what I would have done. Mina was a big help in getting me to where I am now. And I just want to say I love you and I hope you're doing well. And you guys have to remember, sometimes people on YouTube, I started YouTube around the panorama. Now that everything's open back up, Ain't nobody owe you loyalty to stick around. Oh, thank you, Akbar. I appreciate that. Thank you for the super sticker. Nobody owes you anything to stick around. I remember you, Sherelle's World. See, exactly. Thank you, beautiful. I appreciate that. Nobody owes you that kind of loyalty, especially if you ain't paying them. Nobody owes you that kind of loyalty. But I love Mina. Thank you. Also, shout out to Starfish, who's like an auntie to me. She's still around, but you know, life be lifing, and she travels and do things. So shout out to Starfish. Sometimes you'll see Starfish, sometimes you guys won't, but shout out to her. Shout out to one of my favorite cousins, Stephanie Collins. As y'all know, Stephanie, I have no idea where Stephanie is. Stephanie should definitely be here considering this is the 50K celebration. But she's not here. It's okay. But Stephanie, someone who I talk to on the regular, I love Stephanie, has been a big help as well too. When she shows up and when she's active, she's a big help. But different story for a different day. Also, I want to shout out JC, Just Curious. Thank you for rocking with me. Currently, she's in school right now, so that's why you don't see JC. Also, shout out to Denitria, as we said earlier. Denitria is busy this weekend, so that's why she's not here. I don't know if she was here earlier, but definitely shout out to her. And Denitria works hard, and you know, I definitely got to take care of her during Christmas. She deserves it. But other than that, y'all. Oh, one more. I don't know where she is. I have no idea. But I hope Vegas Girl. Y'all remember Vegas Girl? I hope Vegas Girl is doing well. I think she's over in like the beef sector and stuff like that right now. I hope Vegas Girl is doing great. Phenomenal woman. I have to say that. Yeah. Your moms were windmilling in the chat back in the day. Yeah, it was a lot. So a lot of y'all who are kind of like newer in the last few months or like the year, like, yo, YouTube used to be off the hook. But let me tell you, all that drama and shit, it was a lot of fun. I ain't gonna lie. Kay, it was a lot of, well, Kay, it probably wasn't fun for her. But Kay doesn't like confrontation like that. But it was a lot of fun. I mean, and we'll talk about this during Act 2. But you know, when I was going at Scooter Braun, remember, I mean, it's funny because when I was talking to Sherelle and Perry on the phone, we were talking about how when we hated each other and we were going at each other and stuff like that. Real, rest in peace to Real, aka Keeping It Real with Lefty. Shout out to him. We were going at it. The Avatar. Shout out to Princess. I know she probably stressed right now when I bring this up. But the Avatar, Monica. Now that one I don't really listen. I don't care about her necessarily, but I mean, yeah, that was a time period. Show your face. All that stuff. Yeah. Woo. I got into it with Sweet Jerry Curl, Dookie Way, all about the Stank Project, Pat, Wanda, Gary Coleman, bless her, Williams III. Got into it with that person, and that's all one person right there, by the way. Whew. A lot. Like, I was over here swinging every day of my life, y'all. You remember the Avatar days? Yep. I was swinging every day of my life, and like, man, it was rough. I kind of miss a little bit. I'm gonna go start some drama with somebody. I'm just kidding. Damn, I can't even think of like the last time. You know, I'm gonna be honest about something. And yes, I have got over it and stuff like that. But I think the last time I was like in some real drama was with Denot, and that was not fun for me. With the whole auntie thing, that was not fun. Yeah, that was not fun. I think that's when I was all like, okay, I think I want to get out of all this drama and shit like that. That wasn't fun at all. Yeah. Now that I have kind of grown and changed, like I can be more of like a mentor to people, which I do, but I can overlook things and I can kind of see things coming from a mile away. And I kind of can better maneuver now, where beforehand I was just going head first into everything, and I wasn't really thinking with my brain. I was just thinking like, oh yeah, this is what people do. Let's all get along. Let's, people like me. No, people don't like you. They just use you for the moment, and then they move on to somebody else. That's the honest truth. They use you for the moment, and then they move on to somebody else. They don't really care about you like that. But you will have a solid group of people, Look, one of the good things that came from the Avatar, I'm cool with Princess. I love Princess. That's one good thing that came from the Avatar situation. But yeah, like I said, the last real big drama with the whole auntie thing, yeah, that one, I didn't like that one too much. I did not like that. I think that was the end of like, oh, this drama is fun. Like that was not fun at all. But I mean, I got through it, right? I got through it, made it through. I mean, we're on a shit. Should I say this? This is my celebration. I can say this. I'll go deeper into it on Act 2, but I'll say it right now. I feel like with the knot, it's not necessarily like we're at a good spot. I just choose for it to be cool. I choose it. Because, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. There's times where I'm all like, oh, yeah, you out of pocket for this and that. But then I'll be like, you know what? It's not even worth fighting. And let's be honest. The fool be coming over in my chat and stuff like that because he miss AT2. That fool loves some AT2. I know y'all like to say, oh, AT2, you be blessed. No. That fool loves some AT2. He will find a way to talk to me or to get to me because that's how much he loves me. Like he really does. And it's okay. Everybody loves AT2, right? All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and get the hell up out of here. This celebration has been amazing. I gave y'all 2.5 hours. Now, I sent the whole thing on the shit. I'm probably going to have to give y'all Act 4, Act 2, Act 3, and Act 4, too. It's going to be 8 hours. Don't worry. But I gave y'all 2.5 right now. It's been a great, amazing show. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Please look out for Act 2. It might even be an Act 3 as well, too. This was a good show. Did y'all have fun today? We talked about celebrity gossip. We dragged some YouTubers. I said thank you. Oh, also thank you to the members too as well. Like some of y'all have had memberships for 3 years now. Amazing. Yeah, this was absolutely a great show. And like I said, I appreciate the people who've been with me in the beginning when I only had 2 people in my chat. I appreciate the people that I have now. It doesn't matter where you came from. As long as you found me, that's all I really care about. That's all I really care about. Other than that, y'all, we out of here. Y'all have a great night. Deuces, everyone.